It's July 27th, about 11:30 at night. I've got a Sony digital high camera that's currently set to the super night mode. And these telephone poles, you can see one there and the other one down there, are about 37 yards apart. And I'm going to light this road up with a flashlight, very bright handheld flashlight. And you can hopefully see that the lights showing, that's the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, about 7 light poles down is about all I can see. And the moonlight that we've got is fairly bright. We're off the night mode into regular. And I've got a fairly full moon tonight, so there's the moon. And if we come back around and look back down the road again in regular vision, not in night mode vision, you can see it's very dark indeed. This is going to be the first night vision that I try. This is the 2-power Eclipse by Sightmark, and again we are looking down the power line road, and the telephone poles are about 37 yards apart, and there's the first one. And it's kind of a difficult setup. I'm using a Sony camera behind the night vision, so if I blow the image up bigger, if the circle gets bigger, then my Sony camera won't focus. So unfortunately this is kind of the happy medium. And what I want to show here is this is it with just normal moonlight. This camera, looking through the back of the eyepiece for the 2x24, the Eclipse also has an illuminator on it, which I just turned on, and it essentially is an infrared flashlight. And you can see as I'm shining it down the road how much extra illumination it's providing. And when I turn it off, it goes away. Very useful in heavy cover or in a vehicle or possibly in a blind if you're trying to read something or look at something. Again, let me come back around into a darker area and turn it back on so you can once again see how much light it puts out. That's the problem with most of the earlier generation lenses, is they don't have enough light receptivity, if that's a word, and they need some additional illumination. This is totally being viewed by moonlight, and as I come back around, again, those poles are about 37 yards apart. So I'm not quite sure how many you can count, but there's quite a few. And then as I had discussed earlier, one of the things that you do is you have a fixed red laser on your firearm, and it becomes your actual sighting device. And I am now interjecting that red laser into this, as you can see. And if it were actually on the rifle and had been sighted at 100 yards, which is that second, third, that's probably very close to 100 yards right there. 137 going on down. But you can see that a red laser, this is not a high-powered red laser, this is not a green laser, this is just one of your basic lasers, but you can see it. And so this would become your sighting, your sight system for it, as I pan back over here towards these woods. Now, as I had said, it comes with a light on it, which is very bright. If you feel so inclined, you can add additional illumination. This is a straight IR light. Again, there's nothing visible to the naked eye, and as I move it, you can see it come across. It's much more usable in a dark area. And then this is the illuminator that's actually on the light, and you can see where it is not parallaxing up close with the lens. And then The brightest lights that I have seen for night vision have tended to be infrared xenon. Xenon and the halogens seem to really put out the most light of all of the lights. And you can see this is a very low powered xenon. It's a 400 lumen approximate xenon, but you can see as it comes across. So there's really not an issue with the Gen 1 product. It's just getting extra light illumination on it. With moonlight, with additional light, which is actually too much, and then they're stepping it down. So this is the 2X, which I am very fond of. Next, I'm going to go to their 3X product.